For the second half of this year, we took a look at the lead up to Black Friday and the holiday season, and we did notice a couple of big takeaways. One is that it's clear the holidays are now a marathon, not a sprint. We're seeing attackers be much more sophisticated and plan far in advance, and we have some really interesting examples in the report. In the past, cybercrime has often been like a physical smash and grab crime, pretty simple and straightforward. There were crimes of opportunity that went after low-hanging fruit, but now what we're seeing is that attackers are investing the time and energy to be subtle and spread their attacks out over longer periods of time and fly under the radar. So from a retailer perspective, they need to expect and look for attacks earlier in the year as preparation for the holiday attacks. From a threat perspective, retail businesses should be thinking about the holidays year round. It's been heading that way for a while now, but the data from this report really shows it. When we looked at the data, we saw some types of attacks earlier in the year, and then as the holidays drew closer, attackers switched to completely different strategies. For example, some customers saw a lot of gift card fraud throughout the year, with a bump around Black Friday, which is normal. In the second half of this year, the gift card fraud increased by 110%, which again is normal, but other types of fraud like scraping, loyalty card fraud, and payment card fraud increased by a collective average of over 700%. And account takeovers, or ATOs, increased 400 times. So you can see that things are really ramping up for the holidays, and the cyber criminals were using different tactics depending on times of year. For the past several years, we've seen API attacks tick up as attackers move from the web applications themselves to the APIs. And the biggest trend we're seeing now is that retail attackers are thinking hard about the consumer purchase process and how purchasing applications work so they can get around existing controls and take advantage of these holiday sales. It's clear that attackers are becoming more and more sophisticated, so organizations need solutions that can evolve with attackers and address the entire API security lifecycle. They need to be able to discover and inventory all their APIs, make sure they're in compliance with their API specifications, and then, most importantly, identify and block attacks as they happen. And the Sequence Unified API Protection Platform is designed to help with that and can help protect organizations from both existing and emerging threats.